I'm your host, Rebel Professor Ryan Barton Lash, the eccentric enigma, otherwise just known as Lash, along with Laniya and Gus.
Gus.
What's going on, people?
And Willie whenever he decides to click the link.
Computers and technology are hard.
But we got a great deal to talk about tonight here. We're gonna be going into some of the creative things going on with WWE right now. We're also going to talk about things outside of wrestling where wrestlers have been in all different forms of media outside of it. So we got a lot to talk about here. I guess starting out with the news we kind of led with last week was about R-Truth and about how they needed to do him right. And they've damn sure come around and done him right. He's back. Ron Killings.
Killings is back.
Yeah, Ron Killings is back. He took off that.
Yeah, he is. He is back. He is back. I will say though, it's up. I'm gonna say this: the fandom caused such an uproar to bring him back. Now it's up to the fandom to keep him there.
Yep.
The
Absolutely.
fandom did, like, to him, what happened to Sonic. I'm so proud because, like I said to you guys and everybody else I talked to about it, wrestling community barely gets together for shit just like Star Wars and Star Trek. Every other community because people suck. So it's good to see, like, every type of wrestling fan get together for it, and not only that, the wrestling talent, you know.
And it got together pretty hard there too. At least on both Raw and SmackDown before Money in the Bank, there was at least 4 times where "We Want Truth" chants broke out. You know, and then the online fever for it, and Ron said it too, that without the fans, he wouldn't have come back. And
my thing is this. Here's my take. Since I've known about R-Truth way back when he was K-Quick, he was always taken as a joke, a sideshow character, someone just to add a little flavor to the seriousness of the top guys.
Yeah,
no one took him seriously. No one.
Laniya Will says that you need to let him in the room.
He said that before, but he disappeared. I was trying to click him in.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
All right. So as I was saying, no one took him seriously. Right? Now they fire him. And it was one of those things that, oh my God, he was such a great guy backstage. He was very well liked backstage. But where were the fans when his merch dropped? Because I never heard about R-Truth bobbleheads selling like, his t-shirts going out like water in the rain. I never heard about any of that until he linked up his stuff with John Cena, the Judgment Day. Then it sold. So now it's up to the fandom to keep him relevant, to keep him like on point, because I guarantee you that his sales of merchandise played into his decision of getting fired.
I mean, I'm not gonna say that because, like, the merchandise thing goes up and down for every single wrestler depending on what their persona is. Depending on like what the fans want at that time. Some fan groupings don't buy shit. Like right before Stone Cold Steve Austin, we didn't buy shit. They sold it. Nobody bought shit, And then after Stone Cold Steve Austin, we had the burst of t-shirts. So you just have different timing for everything, I think. So I don't think that's really his issue. I think his popularity happens to fall into like little areas that like graze on constantly.
But that's what I'm getting at with R-Truth. When was the last time you went to a WWE show or a WWE show came to town and everybody's like, "Oh, we need to see R-Truth"? No, they're more about the Seth Rollins. They're more about the CM Punks and the Jey Usos and the Gun. I have rarely ever heard anybody. I've never heard it actually. People go, "I'm excited to see R-Truth." He's no, I've never heard it. I'm sorry. I gotta disagree with you there.
Well, given the fact that of where he is, where he was then versus now, I mean, up until 2 weeks ago, had R-Truth ever been in a main event?
He had been, but not in WWE.
Yeah. Has he ever been in a main event in WWE? Not
It was supposed to be
probably not
supposed to
because
be
of the way
Saturday
that
Night
his
Live.
character,
But
because of the way that his character was, supposed to portray what his character was supposed to do. Ron Killings, I feel it's going to be a whole different beast.
That it will
Did
be.
you say so?
No, I'm just saying he was supposed to be main event Saturday night's main event. So they were supposed to be him and Cena main event, and then he changed that after last minute. So but I'm just glad to see the man back. Hopefully Triple H will do some great things for him in terms of the writing. Like I said, it's on the fans to really give him a great pop, and it's on Triple H to write him a meaningful storyline. I know that we're going to get into that again. I think that's one of the segments we're going to talk about is Triple H and how his writing is going so far. So hopefully he'll do some good things for him. Because it's not good that his boss, which is Nick Khan, had to reach out to him to negotiate a contract for him to come back. Because the word was that he was ignoring Triple H call. It took the Nick Khan to contact him to negotiate a deal for him to come back. So maybe it's something going on.
It was Nick Khan that had to call him. It wasn't
exactly.
It was Nick Khan.
But I'm saying if
and
he's ignoring
rightfully so.
It says a lot.
Yeah, rightfully so, because he was also putting out stuff to go to other places and appear in other places.
Right.
And one of my big gripes with it right now is Triple H trying to claim that it was a work. It's not a fucking work.
No, it wasn't.
And our son is posted on that post. Cap. Like even Ron posted on his no, it was not a work. Bro, the fact of getting called out all over the place, and it just goes back to how do workers actually feel about how Triple H is taking the company?
Right.
What is he actually doing with these workers? We know that creative ain't shit. It's horrible, and they're repeating the same storylines with different people. It's like they're digging themselves into a minor hole. You know that. Who's controlling that? It's supposed to be him. If he is, why? Why is he doing that? What does he actually think he's gonna do? He's been through good times and bad times. A lot of years with this company now. He should know the difference.
Right.
Yeah. Well, what this also kind of leads into is with the fandom gaining such a power in a time with TKO, because he wasn't the only one getting released there too. You didn't hear "We Want Carlito" chants.
Nobody wanted Carlito.
Well, that's because he got deported, man. I've told you this time and time again. This is an ICE issue. It has nothing to do with Khan. It has nothing to do with H. It has nothing to do with WWE or TKO.
They got billions.
His paperwork,
his
documentation was not up to par. And ICE said, "Nah, we're not messing with you no more. You going back." And you know what? Just to add insult to injury, they're not sending him back to Puerto Rico. They're sending him back to Chile. So they're sending him to the wrong country. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. U.S. is a Commonwealth. Puerto Rico's a Commonwealth. That's crazy.
Rico's supposed to help you with that. I don't know what you're doing, but get Carlito out of that. It's ridiculous at this point.
But in all seriousness, nobody's chanting "We want Carlito." I forget there was a woman released too. Oh, Valhalla. Not that she ever got chances in the first place. I thought, if anything, since her hubby and his tag partner got kind of a biker gimmick going on, that she come back as the fucking biker chick as their manager or something. But nobody's clamoring over those two. We got together as a community and really cared about it, and that also kind of leaves it up to, does that put fear into TKO if they're paying attention or not? That they're like, okay, we'll get rid of this comedic character. What the fuck? People are actually giving a shit.
But like it says a lot about Triple H because, like I said, it took for them to act on it when the wrestlers was exposing dirty laundry. When you're going on, social media saying all these things. At my job, I signed a contract, which I can't really say what I feel on social media about my company. That's what they was doing when it came to our truth. And that kind of, it kind of opened up a light again. What's going on with Triple H? And I think, like I said, I think it's going downhill. For any time, again, that your boss has to get involved to negotiate a contract for one of your workers, that says a lot about you as a leader. So it's not looking good for Triple H right now. That's just my opinion.
Which that's kind of what we're getting into with the overall here is just the general TKO, Triple H, where is the creative direction going, or the lack thereof creative direction.
Right.
Exactly.
Well, the other thing is, though, if you want to take a look at it from a business standpoint, you're not going to like every decision your boss makes.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
And the thing is, you have to realize at some point, let's face it, we've all been at jobs, whether it's an office job, medical, whatever, right? There's some people that are gonna get let go that you might like. I've had people who trained me like 20 years ago in as an EMT. I love them to death. I've broken bread with them. You know what I mean? You're gonna have to let some people go. It's all about expenses. It's all about money when it comes down to the end of the day. Now, this is a special case where the fans were in an uproar over someone that I had no idea the fandom liked that much. And for them to go off on a tangent and just put the pressure onto TKO and WWE, hey, more power to you. But I guarantee you that doesn't happen very often.
You just sit there on Beyonce's Green Earth and say you didn't know people like Ron Killings? Is that what you just did?
Yeah, I honestly didn't know. Because honestly, like I said, to me before, Ron Killings was a sideshow character. He was some guy that you brought in for laughs. I never took the guy seriously.
But
This is me. I'm talking about me personally. Now, what the other fans do, I don't know. I'm not in their heads. What I can tell you is that for me, I never took Ron seriously. There, I said it. Hate me.
No, I agree. I didn't. Listen, I just think, like I said last week, I just think that he got handed the wrong role. He became more of a joke. That's just my personal opinion. He was like Doink the Clown, but not a wrestler. He was just a joke. It was, but we have to understand is that it's more for like the teenage to adults, right? So I think he did his purpose with the little kids that's in the audience to make them laugh, smile, jolly. So he did it. To me, he did a good job being a sideshow. It's not the attitude era anymore. You know what I'm saying? So I think
I agree that his character he wasn't even like top rate. He wasn't even mid. Right. But he was a highly likable character. And that's why
I loved it. I loved it when he was going on JD McDonough not being in the Judgment Day. JD, you're not in the Judgment Day. But that's the thing is, what can you take with a person that has that capability and really do it? And he'd done it at TNA before. He was world champion over there, and he had been a heel and a face over there. So now he just needs to do his part with his character. But really, if like Gus was saying, it falls on the fans, but it really does fall on creative too. What exactly they're going to do with him, because now Cena's set up for Punk, which we already saw coming, and we already know Punk's gonna lose.
We gotta stop. Ain't nobody on this panel, ain't nobody in the world is going to think that Ron Killings is going to be Cena for the championship. We need to stop that. Like that's not happening. We need to stop that.
Oh no, yeah, I wasn't saying that. I'm saying where does the creative go when he just got done that story? What do they do with him now? and with the fact that they have a lack of direction for just about everybody's character
Everything.
at the moment.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be more.
You know,
I think he's going to be a vigilante. That's it. All these wrestlers that we think of him as
That'd
a
be
clown, I think that's going to be a great storyline.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's the big thing. The big thing is just it'll be great, you know. Sure, if they do great things with him, because right now there's a lot of doubt on a lot of ends with how they are doing creatively. Really, first of all, the tag divisions, men's and women's, Raws and SmackDown. SmackDown's, it's become a complete joke to where they have 4 to 5 tag teams cutting promos together talking about how they're gonna fuck each other up and standing there and doing
that's old school. That's old school right there, bro. That's old school. That's like 80s wrestling.
5
When
tag
you had
teams.
Hogan. When you had
two tag teams
Hogan
going at it for about 2.
like, what you gonna do? And then the Ultimate Warrior on the next panel, like, yo, you know, that's what it is. That's they're trying. They're. I'm not justifying it because we could do so much better, but that's what it reminds me of. It reminds me of that old school. You panned the camera to your opponent and you had something to say, and you were right there.
Yeah, and that would make sense if they did it in a normal fashion. When you have 4 already mediocre at best tag teams, who none of them are good on the mic, none of them are really threatening. Like it's not old school. It's new school confusion. It's new school confusion. Okay, Motor City Machine Guns. All right, everybody knows that they only got the tag team titles because they've been wrestling for the last 20 fucking years. And Triple H is just like, okay, we'll give them the titles quick because they've earned it in that fact. Otherwise, DIY, who cares about those 2 fucking schlubs? You know, nobody. Nobody. Who cares? I'd rather see Pretty Deadly involved in this. They got Pretty Deadly sitting on the sideline. I'd rather see Pretty Deadly involved in the goddamn tag team debacle than all these mediocre ass tag teams. And that's just one of the and the women's tag division too. You know, you only got the tag straps on Liv and Raquel right now, and I think they haven't defended them in over a month. So right there, you have a whole division of women that has been gutted as of recent, and there's nothing going on with that. It's just another title at this point. But that I'm glad that certain pressures have come onto him. Like originally, they weren't going to have King of the Ring. They weren't going to have King of the Ring. A month ago, they said that they weren't going to have King of the Ring. They were just going to make a regular Night of Champions. And then people were like, the fuck you mean? Yeah, we like King of the Ring. We brought it back. Yeah. And so right there, it's just there's Triple H's own personal little things that he's trying to get out into there, but then not regulating it past that. I don't want King of the Ring. Oh yeah, you guys enjoy the show? Yeah, that was a work. That wasn't a fucking work. Enjoy the show. Enjoy the show.
Tell him why you mad.
Listen. He. I mean, in a way, he played it off good, but we're not idiots. We know it wasn't a work because when you have his wrestlers coming out saying, "Well, CM Punk came on Monday Night Raw and said stop talking about him. He's no longer here." And you got people going on Twitter saying shit, so it wasn't a work. He's just saying that bullshit. That's all that is, man.
He's just trying to keep it kayfabe, is what it is.
That's all it is.
Yeah, and if anything, I would have had more respect for him if he would have just been like, "Well, you guys got what you want, right? You guys did that. I would have had infinitely amount more respect for him, other than trying to claim that it was another fucking creative decision by him. It wasn't. Nick Khan had to fucking call, which good on R-Truth for not picking up the fucking phone until Nick Khan fucking called. Let me get the main motherfucking man on the phone. Goddamn right.
He negotiates the contract, so is what it is.
Well, let's see what comes of it, because, like I said, right now, yes, we got our truth back. I know there's a lot of fans that are happy about it. They spoke up about it. They got what they wanted. But now, like you said, it's up to the writing, what they give him to do. Because if he's back to do a little shuck and jive like he did, like when back in the days, it's not going to sell right. It's disrespectful to him. It's disrespectful to the fans. Then we have to make sure that the fans are buying his merch, because I guarantee you that played a part in it. Think about it. WWE and TKO are about making money. Okay? So they need to buy the bobbleheads. They need to buy the t-shirts. They need to buy the posters. They need to buy the autographed pictures. Okay? They can't say, oh, we want our truth back. Oh, yeah, we got them. Or we lost interest. We lost interest. Yep. Then what? TKO and WWE are going to go back to Raw and be like, hey, listen, things aren't working out. Goodbye.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But like I said, it really, like, that's a good point. The merchandise, it goes a long way. I agree with that. But it really, again, it's the elephant in the room is Triple H. He has to give him a meaningful storyline for people to be interested. Like, if he got one of these bullshit storylines or whatever, nobody's going to take him seriously. So Triple H technically holds that man's career in his hands. He holds that his career in his hands right now. After all this backlash, Triple H better do right by him. He has to.
Agreed. Agreed. And then it also the whole creative decisions coming from TKO, I guess, namely The Rock there, with the whole decision of, oh, I want to turn Cody heel. Well, I don't want to do that, Rock. Okay. We're going to turn John heel then. What are you going to do past that? What do you mean past that? What do you mean?
Yeah. And I'm not to cut you off. I'm sorry, but we need to put this rumor to bed. Obviously, none of us work for WWE, but we need to put this bullshit to bed that The Rock was upset that he didn't get a ride to Las Vegas. Like, it's cut the bullshit. Like, he's worth almost $1 billion. That wasn't the case why he didn't show up. Like, we need to really cut that out, man, because that's not true. That's not true at all.
Yeah.
He's worth nearly $1 billion. And you tell me he's complaining over a private jet? He got his own private jet. He has a few of them. Like, come on now. Let's cut that out.
And that's the thing is, with the amount of power that he has, what happens until the next time that he gets bored, or TKO thinks, oh well, we want to boost WrestleMania again. Let's pull Rock in. Because that's what they did. They wanted to bring him in so that he could do something to help boost stuff for WrestleMania. And then what they got was the fact that the man's a wrestler and an actor. He's not a writer. He's not a writer. And what he did was just wrote one of the biggest characters ever into a corner that, okay, so say John Cena sticks heel the entire run here, and then he leaves. That's going to be the last memory of John Cena. He was a dick that barely wrestled the last year he was around. And that's what people are going to end up taking from this. That's what I've already taken from it.
You know what, though? In all seriousness, I think this is a great run for Cena. It is a different look, something we're not used to. We're all used to the Boy Scout, the boy next door, the wrestler that it was okay for parents to let their kids like. You know what I mean? So this turning heel to me, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. Almost in the same way that Sergeant Slaughter went heel when he sided with the Iron Sheik, and everybody who used to love him hated him.
That's
But then
different. That's hella different.
you're right. You're right. It is different.
Sergeant Slaughter got death threats.
Right. And you don't think Cena has either? I'm sure Cena's gotten some letters from kids who don't like are so like enthralled by wrestling that they think that it's real, like it's real life. Okay.
Yeah, well, Sergeant Slaughter was in the time and day of when wrestlers used to get stabbed and actually attacked.
I remember that.
This is different. This is different.
It's different.
This
But
is John Cena.
In the same
This is
token,
John Cena going on.
Sergeant Slaughter. All right, hold on. Go ahead, because we're both talking over each other. We can't do that. Go ahead.
What he had to deal with versus what John Cena has to deal with is nothing in comparison to that. Yeah, sure. I'm sure there are plenty of parents pissed off about John Cena. I'm sure there are plenty of kids disappointed in that. Fucking Sergeant Slaughter got genuine death threats.
No, I get that.
Roddy Piper told him at one point he should start carrying a gun with him to the ring because that's what Roddy Piper did. Roddy Piper carried a fucking gun with him to the ring.
That aside, it's almost literally the same thing. You had a hero in Sergeant Slaughter. You have a hero in John Cena. They, up until that point, never played a heel. I just hope they play this long enough, even if it's in a short amount of time. Not like what they did with Slaughter, where Slaughter lost to Hogan, and then all of a sudden he changed and he became a face again.
Yeah, no, that's the thing, is just creatively where main stories and main things are going. We don't know, because it's really changing week to week here who's doing what. I mean, the biggest faction on WWE right now doesn't even have a name. Just Seth Rollins, guys.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Dangerous Alliance. Come on, Paul. You got that trademark. You guys own that fucking shit. Just call it what it is.
You know what? I think we know the difference, right? But I think some of these people have to realize Triple H is not Vince McMahon. So he's going to do different things from what Vince was doing. Yes, Vince has some outrageous storylines, but we see the direction where it was going. With Triple H, I don't really see a path where this is going. Like you just said, every week is something. It's something different. There's no continuity.
There's no consistency right now.
No continuity right now. I don't know where it is going.
Yeah, and that's also a whole other aspect of it too. It's just like creatively, where's it going? Sure, but with the week to week just change up, and then just relying on, like, I am so utterly sick of Judgment Day promos. So utterly sick of they rinse and repeat a lot of the same stuff, and then what they don't do then is that they'll change up something for a fucking second, and then go with it. Like, okay, one of the things creatively, they need to pull the gun on goddamn LA Knight. He should have won Money in the Bank, but I understand what they're trying to do with Seth and what they're trying to do with that. But it's just like, ugh. Throw Roman into the mix, and it's fucking literally 12 years ago. It's 10, 12 years ago. It's the same shit. It's the same wrestlers. They're repeating the storyline. CM Punk, John Cena, Roman Reigns. Oh my gosh, is it Seth freaking Rollins? Or is it 2015?
Seth
Must be.
Rollins is Paul Levesque Jr. Like let's call it what it is. So whatever. Listen, Alon's
You're right
Triple
about
H
that.
is running creative. Seth Rollins is always going to be in the title mix. It's going to take us fans.
And I'm not mad about that.
I like
I'm
Seth
not mad
Rollins.
about. I'm not.
Listen, that's one of my favorite wrestlers. You know.
Yeah, I love Seth freaking Rollins. My thing I'm upset with is that yes, Seth's already put over.
Oh yeah.
Whereas
listen,
LA,
yes, I agree. He is.
Whereas LA Knight, he like tell me that LA Knight trying to pop a cash in on John Cena, or doing it respectfully and setting up a match and getting that match, even if he would lose, it would still probably be a great match because that's what LA Knight does.
And
you
listen,
can take the worst fucking wrestler on the roster, put him up with LA Knight, you're gonna get a good match.
And you have to think about this.
Because he'll force him.
Both Sting and John Cena put this man on. He don't need nobody else. Those are two of the greatest wrestlers to ever do it. You know, so they put him on. He don't. What other push you need? He don't need no push.
Yeah,
LA Knight should have. You know, he should have won it. That's my personal opinion.
Yeah, he totally should have won. Because if Seth would have lost, Seth still would be getting the same kind of picture kind of deal it is. But
yeah,
I don't know.
And I'm disappointed in Triple H, man. I mean, you know, LA Knight's probably one of the freshest wrestlers coming to the ring after Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins coming with the Jordans and stuff on, and that's how we do him, man. Like, come on, I'm not a fan of that shit.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's just got everyone under the sun is behind that man, and it just boggles my mind on what they're waiting on. But I'm hoping like the whole match at Backlash there with Damian Priest, Drew McIntyre, Jacob Fatu, and LA Knight, those are the four guys that if they aren't in the main event or main eventing and being the world champions in the next year, like I won't know what the fuck they're thinking, because those are the four right now. Those are the four guys you got that they are fucking guaranteed money. They are guaranteed fucking money. The only one that seems to really be getting the push is Jacob, which is fine. He needs it. He's got the least amount of time on the roster out of those four.
Mm-hmm. LA Knight should be in the title. He should be in the title picture, man. I think it's
exactly.
I just think it's.
I was hoping for the draft to happen. I was hoping for him to get drafted on a Raw. So, like, because now, as far as I'm concerned, with John Cena holding that title and probably taking with him, the only real title that we got is the World Heavyweight Championship.
I agree. Cena is retirement champion, so like you said, it's only that one title. And let's call it what it is. CM Punk is not beating John Cena, man. Like this shit where they constantly feeding these wrestlers to Cena when he's about to retire is just, I'm not feeling it at all, man. We know.
And also in the fact that he hasn't beaten Cena before. That Cena hasn't beaten him. He's gonna beat him. He's gonna beat him.
He doing what Vince is doing, constantly feeding these wrestlers to Cena, man. Keep on doing it.
And my other like big aspect of that too, man, talk about a match I am just not looking forward to at all, is John Cena and CM Punk, because I don't care what people call him the best in the world. I don't find him the best in the world. I think the guy's got about like 5 or 6 moves that he does regularly, and then he just does fucking punches and fucking knees.
Oh my!
All right.
Oh my God! You just said that?
Yes, I did.
Oh,
fuck CM Punk all day.
Someone's gonna get some hate mail.
Yeah.
Hey, we got opinions.
But that's the thing is,
listen. I know 100 people that
the only good match. The only good match that Punk has put on in the last year has been with Drew McIntyre. And it wasn't because of Punk. It was because Drew McIntyre is really fucking good. That Hell in a Cell match was awesome. And it wasn't all, even though Drew lost that, everybody knows that he technically, just by sheer performance, won. You know, and yeah, fuck CM Punk.
So, how do you feel about CM Punk?
Who, me?
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
you know what?
Like,
You know what?
like,
I got a great segue right here. He's about as good as his acting career.
Wow.
And that's our segue into talking about wrestlers outside of wrestling into the multimedia spectrum.
You know what? You're
gonna
gonna
let
make me
Will
get,
take a
you
breath
gonna
there
make me
for a
take
second?
drink after this podcast, man. Because what you're doing is very disrespectful, man. You cut it out, man. Come on, man. You can't say that.
Oh.
Well, I have his whole list.
I know it's called weed and wrestling, man. I'm about to go get some liquor or something and drink, man. Because that to me is very disrespectful. Oh my God.
What CM Punk role did you love the most?
Oh, it's a lot of them. I mean, it's a lot of them, bro.
All right, so
But,
who's
yeah.
kicking off? Who's
Before I
kicking
get to my
off
list.
this top five?
What we talking
Yeah.
about? Overrated wrestlers? No, we did that. No, we did. No, we doing top 5 hills.
I think
No, we're going to do top 5 like moments, or I guess, or movies or TV that
like top
wrestlers
top five. Yeah, like the top 5 outside of wrestling, or like top 5, whether it's movies, TV, music, video games, anything
Guest
pop
appearances.
culture.
All right, who wants to start it?
All right, well, I guess I'll start it.
I got
My
an
feelings
extensive
is still hurt, man.
All right, I guess I'll start it. So on number 5, and listen, I went with the most obscure, the craziest thing that I could see that's outside of wrestling. So, all of us know in the summertime, there's that one song that's the song of the summer. All right, everybody knows Will Smith's "Summertime." That's like that's ritual. It's got to be played every summer. One summer, in the summer of 1999, there was a song that came out, and it just killed everything. Like, it was the song to play. I know you guys remember the thong song, right?
Yeah.
So now the song got popular. The thong song got a remix with Foxy Brown. Now, if you watch that music video, in a blink and you'll miss it moment, Paul White, the Big Show, makes an appearance in that video. Okay. And he's literally doing nothing. He's just standing there by an SUV like, so. Okay. And I'm talking about, this was when Paul White still had hair. Okay.
What is that?
I don't know. It's a ticking time bomb.
Yeah.
There we go.
That you, Will?
That might be Laniya because I don't see her, but
It's not me.
so, Will, I don't know if you heard, but my number 5 was the appearance of the Big Show in the music video for the Thong Song remix.
Oh, he was in that video?
Yeah, dude, it's literally a blink and you'll miss it moment right at the beginning of the video. He's literally standing by an SUV. He's chilling like this, like, so. That's all he does in the video. Damn, where is everybody?
Hey, I don't know. I mean, what's that noise?
I don't know. I hear beeping. Some technical issue, I guess. I hope this doesn't play back to the replay when we repost it. But
yeah, man, this is a good podcast, man. I like today's episode.
All right, so I'm gonna continue. So number 5, the Big Show in the Thong Song remix. Number 4, I just discovered today. I don't know if you remember the movie The Call with Halle Berry. So
Yeah,
In
yeah, that
this,
was a WWE movie.
well, I don't remember if it was a WWE movie, but Halle Berry in that movie, she plays. Oh, look, it went away. So Halle Berry plays a 911 operator, right? And
Right.
she's trying to rescue somebody. So while she's doing promotions for the movie, they did a promo which was brilliant. And this is a 2-for-1. So you get David Otunga and Kane in this. David Otunga calls her. He's like, "Hey, Hallie, listen, I'm sorry. Remember you told me not to give out your number? Well, I was facing like bodily harm, so I had to give your number out. I had no choice." So he hangs up. Kane calls. He's like, "Yo, is this Halle Berry?" She's like, "Yeah." Why haven't you returned? I know you got my mail. Why haven't you? She's like, "Your return address was from the pits of hell." Dude, the funniest shit you will ever watch. Check it out on YouTube. It is to die for.
Yeah, I think I saw it. Yeah.
Number 3, my number 3 spot goes to Chavo Guerrero making an appearance on, I don't know if you remember that show, Grimm.
Yeah, I remember Grim.
All right, so for those of you who are watching this that don't know, Grimm was basically a cop who had special powers that let him see fairy tale creatures. So he fought everything from goblins to witches. He even fought, I think a chupacabra and La Llorona, right? So there was one episode where Chavo Guerrero plays a wrestler. So he makes the appearance or whatever. I'm not gonna tell you how the story ends or what happens to Chavo, but he's in that show. Season 5, I think it's episode 13. The episode is called "The Silence of the Slams." Priceless title. Number 2. I know I'm gonna get hate on this because he was CM Punk was just said to have only 5 moves. But I recently discovered a horror movie which surprised me. It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad either. It was mediocre at best. CM Punk was the lead in a film called The Girl on the Third Floor. Basically, in the movie, he's just bought a new house. He's renovating it, but what he doesn't know is that some shit really happened in that house. The house has a history, and needless to say, horror-like activity ensues. So, for my number 1 spot,
sorry guys,
I'm gonna go back to a lot of people's childhood. I was already a grown up when the show came on, but I loved it because it gave me vibes of old school kung fu theater. You know what I'm talking about, like the old school movies from China where the lip
Yeah.
syncing was just so fucked up. Like,
Yep.
my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Okay, so the show is called Avatar: The Last Airbender, and my final spot goes to Mick Foley, who voiced the Boulder. Okay, is everything okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
So here's my top 5. So media, right? So my number 1. Anybody remember TGIF, right?
Yeah,
Channel
of
7
course.
ABC. So one of my favorite ones was Boy Meets World when Vader actually did a guest appearance where one of the guys that used to beat up Corey, Sean, and Eric, and one of my episodes were, it was a good episode. It was like a Thanksgiving episode where, they invited everybody over to eat. They thought it was some kind of static going on, and Vader came out and said, everybody's evolved. We would never deny you some food. So that was one of my favorites because it did show like wrestlers does have like humor outside the ring. Uh, my number 4, I have to say Bushwhackers when they was on Family Matters, when Carl and Steve got invited to the wrestling match, and Steve gave them like a drink, like some water to make them stronger, but it actually was something to put them to sleep. So they got in the ring with the Bushwhackers, and the next thing you know, Steve was like, Carl is the cop. Then the next thing you know, the Bushwhackers, attitude change and beat the shit out of Steve and Carl. So I thought that was pretty funny. I'm gonna have to say my third favorite one is The Rock when he was in Faster. Great movie. I love the movie because it was a hit. He was as a hitman, right? So I guess someone killed someone in his family. I believe it was his brother, I believe. And,
Mm-hmm.
with Billy Bob Thornton, killed him at the end. My second one, I have to say, you got the shirt on, Guardians of the
Yep.
Galaxy, Batista. Avengers. I mean, can't go wrong with that. I think he did a great job. I definitely think, out of all the wrestlers, I think he's the best one. That's just my opinion. Last but not least, I think we said this about 2 weeks ago. Roddy Piper and They Live. That is a classic. I remember I saw that
Yeah.
back in elementary school. I was up watching it, and one of my favorite voice actors. I think I forgot his name, Keith David, I believe. David Keith.
Oh.
He would
Mm-hmm.
play
Keith
Goliath.
David.
Yeah, so he played Goliath
Yep.
On Gargoyles.
That's his partner.
And definitely, that to me, that's one of my top 5 movies ever, man. They put on the glasses, they aliens, they shooting everybody. And I just didn't like the fact that Piper died at the last minute. That kind of ruined it, but it still was a good movie. So that's my top 5 right there in a nutshell.
So sorry I missed your guys' top 5.
Okay. That's awesome. Woohoo! Everybody.
They were listen. They were all Hogan and CM Punk, so you don't have to worry about anything.
Okay. You guys are fucking idiots. So I'm gonna go through my top 5 since you guys did already. So I'm a huge Muppets fan. In general, I have a Fraggle Rock sticker on my refrigerator and everything. Everything Jim Henson did, huge fan of. So that's my number 5 is the Muppet movie that had Hardbogle Haggerty in it. Lumberjack, obviously. Haggerty was in the Muppet movie. It's like one of the first ones. And you guys probably don't remember, but it was awesome. He made an appearance. And that's how I remember him, because I remember him less in wrestling now. Because he was during the 80s and he just wasn't special. Can you guys see me and hear me?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay.
I could see
guys are
you,
telling me, like,
but
Ryan
you're
in
breaking
again.
up a little bit.
Okay. Let's just see after I get Ryan in. Because I clicked in for him, but I don't think it let him in. Okay. So do you guys see him or no?
I don't see him.
Boo.
I see the W for Will.
Okay. So this is just a little brief intermission for anybody watching live. You can go get some snacks or water right now while we try to reconnect our.
Oh, there goes Will.
Yeah. Just waiting for him real quick.
We should actually all pick like CM Punk like appearances just to fuck with this kid.
He doesn't have that many appearances though, so you wouldn't even, wouldn't even be able to.
Rinse and repeat.
And this one again, and this appearance again. Okay, I just clicked let in again. This happened to Will earlier, but obviously you see it works, so let's just keep pressing let in. And I'm recording all of this on my screen so I can send it to them to show them what a horrendous app this is I pay for. Yes, I know you're waiting. I'm talking to my phone. I know you're waiting. I'm clicking let in. Let's just. Okay. So I'm gonna. At least it's not just me. Okay. Let's see. Let's change the layout. Maybe it was seeing better, or let's do that. Let's do this and not that. All right. Trying to see if it'll let me push let in easier this way. It did not. In fact, he disappeared altogether. Oh wait.
I feel like we should get some kind of sponsorship to break things up like the way. Okay, I guess I'm left alone. Hi guys. Um. I, uh, yo, Will.
What's up? Technical difficulties.
Yeah, no, I hear that. I hear that. I'm just saying. I guess for technical difficulties, we should like break into some kind of commercial, like some spoof of a commercial.
Yeah. CM Punk. Man. It's crazy, man. This website, man. Riverside.
Yeah. But yeah, that was an interesting top five you had, bro. There's a couple in there that I looked at myself. I was like, yeah, I just wanted to do something different that people would not. Like, holy shit, wait, he was there?
Yeah, man. I was watching Family Matters like the other day, and I came on my mom said the Bush. Oh, I forgot they was on here. And Vader on Boy Meets World. So I was like, yeah, I got to throw that in there.
Well, just another tidbit. Vader was on a movie. You remember Fist of the North Star?
Yeah.
They made a live action to that film, and let me tell you, it's horrible. It is bad. It's dude, I'd rather just like clean my ass with a cactus. It was that bad. But Vader makes an appearance in that movie.
Okay.
I know you walked into the wrong part of the conversation, Laniya.
Don't forget, we're live streaming, guys. It's not just us.
I'm well aware. I said what I said. Watch me get cactuses in the mail.
I hope not. I'm just saying from earlier, we don't know. Stream.
That's your favorite board game, Laniya?
Monopoly?
No, sorry.
Oh no, I just like because it says not sorry because I'm an asshole.
Oh.
Sorry, not sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, Monopoly my favorite one too.
I just want to start a Monopoly, but
yeah, I'm like on the losing streak in my house, but it's still my favorite game.
And I can really find anyone who likes board games.
You put that practice in. That's because we old school. And nowadays, if it's not on a tablet or on a phone, kids don't want to play that shit.
Yeah.
My daughter loves board games. I'm also her mother, so.
Nah, Monopoly can't go wrong with Monopoly.
I was always a Battleship kind of guy.
Yeah, Battleship is good.
It's all right. I would put Risk over Battleship.
Yeah, Risk is very strategic.
I love games like that.
Yeah, down in Monopoly is very strategic, man.
All right, he's going to try once again to click the link. And I'm going to go to my number 4. It's Ready to Rumble. Whenever we go over like movies with wrestlers, no one ever says Ready to Rumble. They had like every awesome wrestler for that time packed in one.
I ain't gonna lie, that was one of my thoughts, but I wanted to go really obscure, so that's why I left that one off my list.
I mean, but
what
no one
was
said Ready to Rumble. That's what's kind of obscure. But you really had like Bam Bam Bigelow and like Kurt Hennig, Booker T. Everybody
what was
there.
the obscure thing? I didn't get to hear it.
Wasn't like Bill Kidman in there too? Like everybody was there, right? So that's my number.
What was the obscure thing? What was the obscure thing you said?
No, like my list, like I wanted to go more obscure than like what you saw. Like, everybody knows about The Rock making an appearance on Star Trek, or everybody knows about Hulk Hogan making an appearance in Gremlins. So I wanted to do with my list stuff that you might not remember or stuff that you just didn't know about.
Yeah, I guess say them real quick. You too, Will, because I totally missed both of your lists because of technical difficulties.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna post it on our chat so that you can take a look at it. And if you want to post that on you're more than welcome to.
Okay, I heard most of yours. I was actually here. You guys were like, I can't see her. I was like, hello. So I hope the video camera did not pick that up. All right. So then also, Hulk Hogan was in Muppets in Space. Now, that's how much I love Muppets. But do you guys remember that? 1999 Muppets in
credit?
Space. Huh?
Give a Hogan credit? Oh my God!
This is about. I love that movie, and he's in it. So why would I not say it?
So you
I'm just
finally
deny that he's
about
in
Hogan.
it.
Oh my God!
That's why I said.
Listen, Hogan can besmirch a lot of things. He cannot besmirch the entire Sesame Street franchise or Muppets franchise. I mean,
Muppets. Yeah.
He can
Sesame
fuck up a
Street
lot of
makes
things. He can't fuck up Jim Henson's work.
Oh man, you remember Rotten.com?
Oh God!
What?
What'd you say?
Rotten.com.
Oh shit!
Right.com.
Yo, that's not funny. That's what did bias on that shit back in the day. Ruined my fucking life.
Somebody gave Kermit the Frog they gave him like a blunt.
There's so many reasons why we're horrible.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Right. So.
I love that pic of Mick Foley as the boulder.
Thank you.
All right.
The Longest Yard was my third one because again, it's a good movie and it's packed full of people. You have Steve Austin.
That's a great movie.
Great Kelly.
Real
That's
good
one
movie.
of the things he did well. Great Kelly, that movie. I'll show your face. I'm a little okay. So when I get to top two, obviously you guys have noticed I'm very, very indecisive. So I have 3. Okay. So The Ultimate Weapon, because you have Brutus Beefcake and Hulk Hogan, and they also play major roles in that, and it's significant to me because I love that movie.
Ultimate Weapon.
What movie?
Weapon. I never heard of that. I'm gonna have to check that one out.
He played mercenaries and for the IRA.
What's the name of the movie?
Who hates Hogan? You name like 3 things that have Hogan in it.
I like the movies. See?
Yeah,
you guys are real
like
haters.
you two really demonize her hate of Hogan well more than she ever does. Yeah. I hear you two talk about her hate of Hogan more than she even does.
More than I've ever actually hated the goddamn man.
Yeah. But what was the name of the movie?
The Ultimate Weapon.
Oh, The Ultimate Weapon. Okay.
Yeah, it's a really good movie. It's like mercenaries, like action. Okay, and I had Scooby-Doo WrestleMania Mystery. I don't know if you guys saw it. You guys seem to not see it. It's this stuff. It's awesome.
I'm not gonna deny it. I've watched it.
You have Kane, you have Triple H, you even have Vince McMahon in it. It's cute, it's adorable, but it's also a really awesome movie where they all get to play themselves a little bit. And I love kids stuff, obviously. And they live. So that's why I 6 on mine, because I couldn't decide between top 3. I also couldn't decide what actually pattern they deserve to be in, but they all deserve to be there. Especially The Ultimate Weapon now, since you guys never heard of it. You guys have to watch it. It's a good movie.
Yeah. God, I have to check that out. So my list here, I didn't really like comprise a list of like top 5 more than I have compiled a list using AI to pretty much chart out every single movie, TV show, video game, music that any wrestler has ever been in. And holy fuck, is there a lot. Let's see. So one thing that that you had made mention of before is that everybody knows of The Rock being in Star Trek Voyager, right? Many people don't know that also Big Show, Paul White, was in an episode of Star Trek Enterprise.
Yes, he was.
Yep.
Okay.
I know that.
That was one of my more funnier, obscure ones there. Also, Kane played Titan on Smallville, and he was in the new MacGyver.
They had new MacGyver?
Yeah, it's not good.
I'm glad I never saw it.
But he wasn't the only person to guest star on Smallville. Kurt Angle also guest starred on Smallville as Champion. And my God, there's just so many. But if I'm coming to stuff,
Pick 5.
if I'm coming to like an actual top 5, my number 1 right now would be Peacemaker. John Cena show. I love that show. I think it's funny. I like Cena a lot better as an actor than I do a wrestler.
I'll agree with that.
And it's just a really great show. Excited for the second season of it to come. More obscure kind of reference one that I had tuned in when I saw this list was Edge on the Trailer Park Boys as himself.
Oh
I
shit!
remember that.
Oh, damn, that's a good one.
Yep. Yeah, which there's a movie that I saw the Wrestle Me channel make fun of his that he did. And I had it marked here. Where was it? God damn it! Did I lose that? This list is too huge. But I also love
top 5. That's why it's called the top 5,
Yep.
bro. 5 times.
Yep.
5 times.
But also They Live. I love that movie. Anything that would get Roddy Piper involved, I pretty much love. Really, my favorite thing of his that he ever did was playing the Maniac on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
I looked at that after you told me about it. I saw it.
Yep. Just so many great lines for him in that like whole show, because he guest starred like about 4 or 5 times, something like that. But you know what? I like you guys. You guys remind me of my kids. You got kids, Maniac? No, not anymore.
I have
What's that even supposed to mean?
I have an honorable mention. I'm surprised nobody mentioned Predator with Jesse the Body Ventura.
I was gonna get to that. That was my number 5.
Oh yeah, that was yours. I'm sorry. I thought you was.
Well, I mean, you could make the same mention if you're going to talk about Jesse. You can talk about the Running Man. Don't forget he was in that as well.
Yeah, Running Man's a good one too. freaking where my list got way too fucked up because I incorporated too much.
Yeah, I thought those you had like
Next
5
time,
or
make your
6.
own damn list. Stop asking
And
everybody for help.
that he named my number 5. I knew Predator was going to be my number 5. Here it is. Also, my number 4 is Dave Bautista in the Dune movies. I just love him playing a brutal character. That was my number 4. And my number 5 is Predator. Just because that movie's fucking great. Dylan, what's wrong? CIA got you pressing too many pencils.
Man, I fucking love Arnold, man. Arnold, that dude, man.
Yeah.
Arnold's that dude.
My daughter's father plus his figurines.
Yeah, but there is an obnoxious amount. There was an honorable mention somewhere on that fucking list. Where was it? He's a Japanese wrestler that played himself in a video game, Yakuza 6. And it's like I can remember all the details except for Oshka Kakata? No. I forget. Fuck me. And this list is way too big. Fair. But yeah, video games wise too. I know we all grew up in the great generations of console wars here. One of my favorite games was WCW versus NWO Revenge.
That was a great game.
At 64.
Yeah, that's the greatest wrestling game ever, man. Hands down.
Yeah, it sure as hell is. Which I forget. I forget who was talking about it the other day. I was watching somebody talk about those games, talk about how nobody ever played Ric Flair in that game. Because Ric Flair sucked in that game.
I didn't even know they had him. I don't remember him being there.
Yeah, no, he's in that video game. Just nobody ever played him because he was terrible.
I told you, man. Ain't nobody plays Ric Flair, man. I never seen Ric Flair. I never seen a Ric Flair. I never seen nobody with a Ric Flair doll or toy or anything, man.
Yeah.
No. My go-tos were like Nash, Scott Hall, Sting. Also, there's a case of like, there's also cases to be made too, of especially in the new WWE 2K games, of just like outlandish kind of shit of wrestlers doing moves that they totally don't do.
Like yeah, I'm waiting to see. I'm waiting to see Ric Flair pull off a shooting star press.
Yeah, right. But then it even goes into the actual like intricacies of it and stuff. Like, I like Roman Reigns. I don't love him. I like him. His moveset in 2K is not the same moveset that he actually wrestles with.
Right.
Not at all.
And he's not the only one that they do that too. Like Terry Funk, he was a DLC character and he still plays all right, but there's like different shit that he could totally do that his character doesn't do. So there's like characters in these games having moves that they shouldn't have, and characters having moves that they not having the moves that they should have.
Right.
But it still like leaves open a lot of fun creative stuff, because I do like that basically all the creative people that can get onto those games and create all these different characters and stuff. And I love that pretty much the AEW wrestling game was terrible. I never played it. I didn't care to, but I've heard nothing but terrible things about it. And and every single like AEW wrestler you can download on WWE 2K because people just went out of their way to customize them for that. But there, I did have. I wish I had looked down this list a little bit better because there was just so much. I'm just like, oh man, I can talk about all this shit for hours. Then I'm like, oh yeah,
that wrestler you mentioned, that Japanese wrestler you mentioned in Yakuza, was it Yakuza Kiwami?
No, the wrestler wasn't Kiwami. On. I will wrestler in Yakuza.
Actually, from what I'm looking at here, they featured a couple of stars in that game. Tetsuya Naito, Kazuchika Okada, Hiroshi Tanahashi.
Yeah, Okada. Yeah. That Okada was the one that I had down. But they actually do have a lot of wrestlers over there in the Yakuza games. They've had them in since the first one. And also honorable mention when it comes to music, we can't forget Randy Savage's rap record.
I wish I could.
It's
no.
And that's the thing. I've heard worse records. I won't say I won't be like, hey, you know what? Let's throw on the Macho Man Randy Savage rap record. But if it came on, I wouldn't be pissed.
Listen,
because he can throw down some rhymes.
Right now, I'd rather take that shit.
Wait, what'd you say?
Compared to most of the trash that's playing on the radio now, I wouldn't mind listening to no Macho Man.
That's totally different.
You ain't lying, bro. You ain't lying.
Yeah. Bullshit that's on Hot 97, whatever. Listen, I'd rather listen to that shit.
Yeah. And also there the Hulk Hogan. He's actually a bass player.
Who?
And one of my favorite Hulk Hogan lies is that he tried out to play bass for Metallica.
Get out.
And James Hetfield adamantly denied that.
Didn't he say he knew Lars and that's how he got the tryout?
Yeah, that was his gist. Oh, I totally tried out for Metallica, but they went with blah blah blah. Yeah. Just another Hogan lie.
Another.
Hogan lies too much, man.
Another.
He fucking lies too much, man.
Keep doing your buddy's work. Which what we'll have to do, maybe that could be Thursday's episode, is we can make a episode just doing nothing but of Hogan lies and Hogan trash.
Hogan be the type to be like, hey, I gave my name to Marvel. Like, Bruce Banner is named after me. That's the type of piece of shit he is.
It's true. It's true.
Piece of shit he is, man. Listen, you'll be like, Bruce Banner is named after
well,
me.
You see, I was Hulk Hogan in 1977 and stuff like that, right? But they didn't exactly get it to be the Incredible Hulk. I gave them the Incredible Hulk part, so they had to buy that copyright from me. Even though,
like, he's a piece of shit.
I knew Stanley. Stanley was okay with it.
It's funny. It seems like you guys are hating on Hogan.
So with that being said, guys, unfortunately, I have to be out because I got to be at work. But you guys continue it on. I'll talk to you guys later.
All right, cool, man. Thanks.
All right, see you guys.
Yep. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Hogan lies too much, man.
Everything.
Yeah.
He said he worked like 375 days or 85 days in 1 year overseas or some shit. Like, bro, there's only 365.
Yeah,
Oh,
he tried saying that he had wrestled in 3 different continents in one day because he flew from Japan. Yeah, no, he flew from America to Japan, and then he had flown back to America. And it was within like a 24-hour time period, but he tried saying that like he went over to fucking Japan and then he went to Indonesia and then he came back to America and he did it one day.
He just lied about shit. Don't make it.
His lies don't even make sense at times. Probably tried to say that he was there when fucking Bruiser Brody. I told him not to get fucking stabbed. I was right there. I tried to hold the knife back, but I was too late.
Like the shit I've heard, like Tom Hamm and other people say he said, like it's ridiculous.
So that's going to be Thursday's episode. Thursday's episode is Trash and Hogan.
Oh my god, we're gonna need.
It's going to be the theme of the entire episode. We are going to do nothing but trash Hulk Hogan.
That probably won't be a good idea.
Hogan.
I mean, he's not like. I think we do that like about Sting, even Ric Flair. I don't know anything about Hogan. I'm always looking online for people talking about him to sue them. Like, he just seems like that type of guy to me.
Who, Hogan?
Yeah.
Fuck him.
Fuck Hogan.
Hogan be saying shit like, I walked outside and saw Chris and Bob go to his house before it happened. Like, what? Shit that nobody ever cared about. Shit that you don't have to lie about.
Nah, Hogan the type is like O.J. Simpson. I did it, but here's how it happened.
Yeah. I didn't do it, but here's how it happened.
If I did it, here's how it happened.
Wasn't that the most like fucked up repugnant shit? If I did it, here's how it happened.
He fucking basically said he did it.
Made a fucking book. Made a fucking book.
I mean,
I didn't kill her, but if I did it,
it was 2 decades. Everybody got acquitted for that shit, so double jeopardy exists. It's not like they put him back and be like, you did it. So that's all over when you're rich.
If I did it, here's how it happened. I think Hogan got CTE.
I don't want to laugh at that, but he probably
he didn't take enough bumps to do that. He didn't take enough bumps to get CTE.
Hogan lies about a lot of shit. How you know that, man?
Something.
Now his arms and knees being like all burnt out and stuff from his excessive steroid use, that I can believe. Yeah. But man, I mean, he was Mr. Pull His Punches.
There's a YouTube video that's like 3 hours long on Hogan's lies. I suggest everyone find it and watch it. It's humorous and there's literally things in there just like, why do you lie about this? So
yeah. Shout out to Shelton Benjamin.
Because of Hogan.
Shelton Benjamin, little Jimmy's best friend.
I got black friends. Who's this guy? Immediately fucks up his name. And that's how
twice. That's the thing. He did it twice. He did it on 2 separate podcasts. He told the same lie twice. At least he can remember his lies. Remember your name? No, but I can remember that lie about you.
Yeah, Hogan don't give a shit, man.
Oh.
Yeah, well, We're gonna cover all this and hopefully not get sued.
Yeah.
I'm gonna write that disclaimer out early.
Yeah, I feel that's a good wrap up. Folks, definitely look into our episode. I think I might go on a posting craze and just like get on our Facebook page and just like type in like Thursday 8:30 talk shit on Hogan.
Right?
Just leave that comment 1,000 times.
All right, my reviewers, not forget everything said here is our opinions. Not taking TKO or any other WWE or any other wrestling stars.
I'm gonna give the Chelsea Green salute.
I'm not doing y'all. I'm not playing with y'all.
She puts her hand way up there too. Like I fucking love Chelsea Green.
That's why I'm not playing with y'all today. I'm not doing this. All right. Disclaimers drop. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, everyone. Say bye to our fans. Bye.
Yeah. Bye.
And we'll see you Thursday. I don't know if you're talking
Thursday. Talking shit.
I don't trust them. So we'll see. Bye.
It's gonna be brutal. Fuck Hogan.
I'm trying to sign out, but all right. I can't with y'all. That's like why I'm not playing with y'all tonight. I stopped the video, so
yeah. Did you want to try to do reviews tonight or no?
Yeah. I don't think so.
All right, that's fine. I was just gonna smoke weed and go to bed then.
Only because, like, I had like 3 doctor's appointments today, and I just want to kind of relax. And then tomorrow I'll feel better. What are you doing tomorrow? Are you busy?
Yeah.
Okay, so we can do it tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow's fine.
And yell at me to like get the things
Later.
published. Like edit the other stuff. I just didn't add the like intro and outro.
Okay.
All right. Goodbye.
All right. See ya.